There are few who will truly hear this message, and that is no accident. You see, only those who are open to the deepest truths of existence will resonate with what I am about to share. The world you see around you, the circumstances that unfold in your life, are not random. They are not the result of chance. Everything, every event, every person you meet is a reflection of the power within you, the power that you may not even fully realize you possess. But only a few will truly understand this, and that is by design. You have within you the ability to shape your world. What you think, what you believe, what you feel, these are the forces that create your reality. It is not a matter of luck or fate. It is the law of creation itself. And yet so many pass through life unaware of this law, caught in the illusion that they are victims of circumstance. But you are not a victim. You are a creator. And when you awaken to this truth, the entire universe begins to shift in your favor. The thoughts you entertain, the assumptions you hold, these are the seeds you plant in the fertile ground of your mind. And just as surely as a seed planted in the soil will grow into a tree, the thoughts you plant in your mind will manifest in your outer world. Do not think for a moment that your thoughts do not matter. Do not think that your feelings do not have power, for they are the very fabric of the life you experience. It is not an accident that you are hearing this message today. The universe or the divine has led you here. Perhaps you have struggled, perhaps you have questioned, but now, in this moment, the truth is being revealed to you. And while many will walk away, choosing to remain blind to their own power, you, if you choose to listen, will begin to see. You will see that there is nothing in your life that is beyond your control. There is no situation so dire, no challenge so great, that it cannot be transformed by the power of your consciousness. Your imagination, your inner world, is the key to everything you desire. If you can see it in your mind, if you can believe it with all your heart, then it must come to pass. But only a few will truly understand this. Many will hear the words, but they will not grasp the depth of their meaning. Only those who are ready to awaken, who are willing to break free from the limitations of the past, will step into the life they were always meant to live. So know this, nothing in your life is by accident. You are here for a reason, and the message you are receiving is the key to unlocking your own divine potential. As you begin to understand the power of your thoughts, your assumptions, and your imagination, you will begin to see the world around you transform. And when that happens, you will know without a shadow of doubt that you have always been the creator of your reality. Only a few will see this, but those who do will never again doubt their ability to shape the world they experience. Dear Svets, there is a world within you that most will never understand. It is a world where all things are possible, a world where the boundaries of what you think is achievable dissolve into infinite potential. You were not born into this world to merely exist, to go through the motions of life. You were born to create. You were born with a divine spark within you, an intelligence that transcends the limitations of the senses. The world you see around you, your relationships, your circumstances, your very environment, is a reflection of what is happening within your mind, within your heart. The truth is, you are not here by accident. You are here because the divine intelligence that governs all things has brought you to this very moment. You are not a passive observer in the world, you are an active participant in the creation of your own life. But only a few will truly realize this, and that is no accident either. For only those who are ready, only those whose hearts are open, will hear and understand what I am sharing with you now. The law that governs the universe is simple. What you imagine and believe, you will see manifest. It does not matter if you believe this now or not. The law works whether you understand it or not. It is in operation at all times, creating your reality, shaping your experience. The challenge is not in the law itself, but in your understanding of it. Many live their lives unaware that their thoughts, their beliefs, their feelings are shaping every moment of their existence. They are caught in the illusion that things happen to them, that life is a series of random events over which they have no control. But nothing could be further from the truth. What you experience in your outer world is a direct result of what is happening within your inner world. The thoughts you entertain, the assumptions you hold, the feelings you foster, these are the seeds you are planting in the fertile soil of your consciousness. And just as surely as you plant a seed in the ground, it will grow and bear fruit. What you think about, what you feel about, what you imagine will appear in your life. The people, the situations, the circumstances, everything that happens to you is a reflection of your inner state. This may sound like a bold statement, but it is the absolute truth. If you are not experiencing the life you desire, it is not because of what is happening around you. It is because of what is happening within you. The world around you is a mirror, reflecting back to you the thoughts, the beliefs, and the feelings that you hold in your heart. This is why some people seem to effortlessly attract wealth, love, and success, while others struggle endlessly to achieve the same. It is not luck. It is not coincidence. It is the law of creation at work. Now you may be asking yourself, how do I change my life? How do I create the life I truly desire? The answer is simple. You must first change your thinking. You must change your beliefs. You must change your assumptions about who you are and what is possible for you. For as long as you continue to think of yourself as small, as limited, as incapable, you will continue to create a reality that reflects those beliefs. But when you begin to see yourself as the powerful creator that you are, when you begin to recognize that you are not a victim of circumstance, but a master of your own destiny, then you will begin to experience a life of true freedom and possibility. It all starts with imagination. The imagination is the key to unlocking your power. Your imagination is the bridge between your inner world and your outer reality. It is through your imagination that you can see, feel, and experience the life you desire before it has even manifested in the physical world. The imagination is the realm of creation, where all things are born. When you begin to use your imagination consciously and intentionally, you begin to mold your reality with precision. But here's the catch. Most people do not use their imagination in this way. They allow their thoughts to wander aimlessly, allowing the mind to be filled with worries, fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs. They imagine worst-case scenarios, replaying past mistakes, or worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. This is the reason why many live lives of struggle and frustration. They are constantly imagining what they don't want, rather than what they do want. But you are different. You have found this message for a reason. You are ready to understand the power of your own mind, to begin using it intentionally to create the life you desire. The key to doing this is simple. You must begin to imagine the life you want to experience as if it has already happened. You must see yourself living the life you desire, feeling the emotions you would feel if you had already achieved your dreams. You must live in the end result as if it is already done. This is the secret. To create a new reality, you must live as if it already exists. You must walk through your days imagining the success, the wealth, the love, the happiness that you desire as if it is already manifested in your life. This is not daydreaming or wishful thinking. This is a deliberate, purposeful act of creation. You are using the creative power of your imagination to shape the life you want. And as you do this, you will begin to see changes in your outer world. The circumstances, the people, the events, they will begin to align with your new vision. The law of creation cannot fail. It is only a matter of time before what you imagine becomes your reality. And yet, many will not understand this. They will hear the words, but they will not take them to heart. They will continue to live in the illusion that their circumstances are beyond their control. They will continue to see themselves as powerless victims of a world that happens to them. But you are different. You are awakening to the truth of who you are. You are beginning to realize that the power to create the life you desire is within you, and that it always has been. It is not enough to simply think positively. It is not enough to simply imagine. you must also feel what you are imagining. The power of your emotions is what gives your imagination the energy it needs to create. When you feel the emotions of your desire, joy, gratitude, love, excitement, your imagination is fueled with the energy needed to bring it into being. This is why many who focus only on the intellectual aspect of manifestation struggle. They may have a clear vision of what they want, but they do not feel the emotions that accompany it. They do not feel the excitement, the joy, the gratitude that would come with the fulfillment of their desires. Without the emotional charge, the manifestation process is incomplete. But when you imagine and feel the reality you desire with passion and intensity, you send out a powerful signal to the universe, and the universe must respond. It must. The law of creation is as precise as the law of gravity. What you send out into the world, you will receive in return. And so, when you hold the vision of your ideal life in your mind, when you feel the emotions of having already achieved your desires, you are magnetizing those desires to you. The world you see is not fixed. It is malleable, and it is yours to shape. Your past does not dictate your future. Your circumstances do not define who you are or what is possible for you. The only thing that limits you is your belief in what is possible. When you believe that you are limited, you will create a life that reflects those limitations. But when you believe in the infinite possibilities that exist for you, when you believe that anything is possible, you will create a life that reflects those beliefs. To know this, you are the creator of your own reality. You are not bound by the past. You are not defined by your circumstances. The life you desire is waiting for you, and it is already yours in the realm of imagination. All you need to do is claim it. All you need to do is step into the power of your own mind and use it to create the life you were always meant to live. But remember, only a few will truly hear this message. Only a few will awaken to the power within them. Many will remain trapped in their old beliefs, trapped in the illusion of limitation. But you have found the key. You have heard the call, and now it is up to you to step into the life you were born to live. The universe is waiting for you to claim your power, to claim your birthright as a creator of your own reality. The choice is yours. Will you continue to live in the shadows of your old beliefs, or will you step into the light of your true potential? The answer lies within you. It always has. You are standing at the threshold of a great awakening. Every moment of your life has led you to this very point, where the truth of who you are can no longer be denied. The life you have been living, the struggles you've faced, the successes you've enjoyed, all have been stepping stones toward this realization. You are not simply a product of your circumstances, not just a passive participant in the events that unfold around you. You are the architect of your own life, and this is the truth that, once realized, will forever alter the course of your existence. People live their entire lives unaware of the immense power they possess. They walk through the world as if they are simply at the mercy of fate, believing that external forces are responsible for the outcomes they experience. But you are beginning to see differently. You are beginning to recognize that the power to shape your life has always been within you, that it is your thoughts, your beliefs, your assumptions that create the reality you experience. And this truth is not just an idea, it is a law of nature. It is as real as the law of gravity, and just as sure in its operation. The world that surrounds you is a reflection of your inner state. It is a mirror that reflects back to you the beliefs, the feelings, the thoughts that you carry within you. This is why two people can experience the same event, yet have entirely different interpretations of it. One may see it as an opportunity, while the other may see it as a challenge. One may feel empowered by it, while the other may feel defeated. The difference lies not in the event itself, but in how it is perceived, in the thoughts and beliefs that are brought to the experience. You are not a victim of your circumstances. Your life is not the result of random events or forces beyond your control. You are creating your life with every thought, every belief, every assumption. You are constantly sending out vibrations into the universe, and the universe responds by bringing back to you experiences that match those vibrations. This is why it is so important to be conscious of what you are thinking, what you are feeling, and what you are believing. If you are thinking thoughts of limitation, of doubt, of fear, then you are creating a reality that reflects those beliefs. But if you are thinking thoughts of abundance, of love, of success, then you are creating a reality that reflects those higher vibrations. This is the magic of creation. It is not about doing, it is about being. It is not about forcing things into existence. It is about aligning yourself with the energy of your desires and allowing them to flow to you naturally. This is why so many people struggle. They try to force their way into success, to control every aspect of their lives, to manipulate the world around them. But true power comes not from control, but from surrendering to the flow of life, from trusting that what you desire is already on its way to you. The key is to align yourself with the energy of what you want, to see yourself as already having it, and to feel the emotions of having it now. And so, you must learn to trust in the unseen, to have faith in the invisible laws that govern the universe. Faith is not about waiting for proof. It is about knowing that what you desire is already on its way to you. When you believe in the power of your own mind, when you trust that the universe is working in your favor, you begin to see the evidence of that faith in your life. But this is a truth that only a few will truly understand, and that is no accident. The majority will continue to live their lives in the illusion of limitation, convinced that they are subject to the whims of fate. But you are different. You have heard the call, and you are ready to embrace the truth of who you are. The journey to self-realization is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, moments when you question whether this is truly the path for you. There will be times when the old beliefs, the old patterns, the old fears will try to pull you back into the comfort of the known. But know this, those moments are merely tests of your faith, challenges designed to help you strengthen your belief in your own power. The universe will never ask you to step into the unknown without providing you with the strength to do so. The only question is, will you trust yourself enough to take that first step? When you step into the power of your own mind, when you begin to truly believe that you are the creator of your reality, the world around you will begin to shift. The people you encounter, the opportunities that present themselves, the circumstances that unfold, all will align with the new version of you that you are becoming. But you must be willing to see yourself differently. You must be willing to let go of the old stories, the old identities that have defined you for so long. The past does not define you. Your circumstances do not define you. Only your beliefs, your thoughts, and your assumptions have the power to shape your future. This is why it is so important to guard your thoughts, to be vigilant about the stories you tell yourself. Every thought you think is either a building block for your future or a block to your progress. When you think thoughts of limitation, you are building a future that reflects those limitations. But when you think thoughts of abundance, of possibility, of success, you are laying the foundation for a future that reflects those beliefs. It all begins in the mind, in the thoughts that you choose to think. The imagination is the most powerful tool you have at your disposal. It is through your imagination that you can see, feel, and experience the life you desire before it even manifests in the physical world. Your imagination is not just a fantasy or a daydream. It is the creative force of the universe at work. When you use your imagination intentionally, when you focus on the life you desire with clarity and passion, you are bringing that life into being. The more vividly you imagine your desires, the more real they become, and the more quickly they begin to materialize in your world. But here's the secret. You must imagine from the end. You must see yourself as already living the life you desire. Imagine the feelings, the emotions, the sense of fulfillment that comes with having achieved your goals. Feel it as if it is happening right now. This is the key to manifestation. It is not enough to wish for something or to simply visualize it. You must live in the end result. See it, feel it, experience it as though it is already a reality. When you do this, you align yourself with the energy of your desires, and the universe responds by bringing them to you. This is where the true power of assumption lies. To assume something is to believe it to be true, even if there is no physical evidence to support it. The assumption is the seed that you plant in your consciousness, and the law of creation must bring it into manifestation. This is why it is so important to assume the best, to assume that everything you desire is already yours, because that assumption creates the reality you experience. The law of assumption is not a magic trick. It is the law of creation in action. When you assume that your desires are already fulfilled, you send out the signal to the universe that they are already on their way, and the universe must respond. But not everyone will see this truth. Not everyone will understand that they are the creators of their own reality. Many will continue to live in the illusion of powerlessness, waiting for someone or something else to change their circumstances. But you are awakening to your true power. You are beginning to understand that you are the one who has the ability to shape your life, to create the experiences you desire, to live the life you were always meant to live. The truth is, you are not limited by time, space, or circumstance. You are not defined by the past, by the mistakes you have made, by the challenges you have faced. The only thing that limits you is your belief in your limitations. When you change your beliefs, when you see yourself as limitless, you will begin to create a reality that reflects that belief. You are a divine being, capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, and the universe is ready to support you in your journey. The only question is, will you choose to step into your power? Will you choose to create the life you desire, or will you continue to live in the shadows of your old beliefs? The choice is yours. Okay? The world around you is not as it seems. What you see, what you experience is not the ultimate reality. It is a reflection, a mirror that echoes your inner world. You may look out upon it and see your struggles, your frustrations, and your challenges, but understand this: none of it is random. None of it is by accident. It is all a projection of the thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions you carry deep within. And once you awaken to this truth, everything in your life begins. You have always been the creator of your reality, even if you didn't realize it. The life you are living right now, the good and the bad, is a result of the thoughts you've consistently entertained. This is not a matter of fate or destiny. It is the result of the energy you have been emitting, the beliefs you have held, and the assumptions you have lived by. If your life is filled with struggle, it is because you have assumed that struggle is your reality. If it is filled with lack, it is because you have assumed that lack is your truth. But this can change in an instant. The key to transformation lies in the power of assumption and belief. What you believe to be true about yourself, about your life, about the world, will show up in your experience. If you believe you are limited, you will find limitations at every turn. If you believe you are incapable, you will continue to create experiences that reinforce that belief. But if you believe in your limitless potential, if you believe that you are the master of your fate, then the universe must align with that truth. It is the law, and it is unbreakable. You may wonder, how do I change my beliefs? How do I begin to see myself differently? The answer is simple. You begin by changing your thoughts. The thoughts you think today are the seeds of your tomorrow. You may not be able to control everything that happens in your life, but you can control your response to it. You can control the way you think, and in doing so, you can control the way you feel. And as your feelings shift, so too will your reality. The key is to take full responsibility for your thoughts. You are the creator of your inner world, and as you change what is within, the world around you must reflect that change. The power of your imagination is unparalleled. You have the ability to create entire worlds within your mind, to experience anything you desire in the realm of thought before it manifests in the physical world. This is the power of imagination. It is not merely a tool for daydreaming. It is the creative force of the universe itself. The world that you see is an expression of your imagination made manifest. And the beauty of this is that your imagination can be consciously directed. If you do not like what you are experiencing, you have the power to change it, simply by changing your inner vision. Imagine the life you desire. Imagine the success, the peace, the love, and the abundance you want to see. Live in that vision as though it is already real, and the world will shift to meet you. The challenge for most people is that they are too attached to the physical world, too focused on what they can see, hear, and touch. But this is not where creation begins. Creation begins in the unseen, in the invisible world of thought and imagination. When you change your inner vision, you align with a new frequency, and the world around you must change to match it. You must see with the eyes of faith, knowing that what you desire is already on its way, even if you cannot see it yet. And when you live in that faith, when you feel the emotions of having already achieved your desires, the universe must respond. It cannot do otherwise. This is the law. It is essential that you trust in the unseen, in the invisible forces that are always at work on your behalf. The universe is not working against you, it is always working for you. But it can only work with the energy you send out. If you are constantly focused on lack, on fear, on doubt, you are sending out the message that you do not trust in your ability to create, that you do not trust in the abundance of the universe. And so the universe will mirror that back to you. But when you focus on abundance, on possibility, on your inherent power to create, you align yourself with the flow of the universe, and everything begins to shift. This is why so few will truly understand this message. Most people are not yet ready to accept the truth of their own power. They are too attached to the physical world and its limitations. But you are different. You are ready. You are beginning to awaken to the truth that your thoughts are creative, that your imagination is the key to unlocking the life you desire. And with this awareness comes great responsibility. You are the creator of your world, and as such you must take full responsibility for everything that shows up in your life. If there is something you do not like, understand that it is a reflection of your inner state, and as you change your inner state, the outer world must reflect that change. It is easy to blame external circumstances, to look at the world and feel helpless. But the truth is, nothing in your life is beyond your control. Your circumstances do not define you. You define your circumstances. And when you understand that, when you begin to see the power within you, your life will begin to transform. The power to change your life lies not in the world around you, but in the world within you. You are the one who holds the keys to your destiny. And as you begin to use the power of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your imagination, you will see doors open, opportunities appear, and miracles unfold. It is not about waiting for something outside of you to change. It is about changing your inner world first, knowing that as you do, the world around you will shift. This is the key to manifestation, to believe in the unseen, to trust that what you desire is already yours, and to feel the emotions of having it now. When you live in that state of faith, when you align with your desires as if they are already a reality, the universe has no choice but to bring them into your experience. It is the law of creation, and it works every time for everyone who is willing to apply it. The greatest gift you can give yourself is the realization of your own power. When you understand that you are the creator of your reality, you no longer have to wait for life to happen to you. You no longer have to be a passive observer of your circumstances. You become the active participant, the creator of your destiny. And as you step into that power, as you claim your role as the creator of your life, everything begins to change. The people you meet, the opportunities that arise, the experiences you have, all will begin to align with the new vision you hold for yourself. So take a moment and look within. What is it that you truly desire? What life do you want to create? The power to manifest that life lies within you, in your thoughts, your beliefs, your imagination. And when you begin to believe in the possibility of your desires, when you trust in your ability to create, the universe will respond. This is not an accident. This is the law. And as you awaken to it, your life will unfold in ways that you never thought possible. You are the creator, you always have been. The question is, what will you create today? As you stand on the edge of this great revelation, understand that the power to create your reality has always been within you. The world you see around you is merely a reflection of the thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions you have carried within your mind. The key to transformation is not found in external circumstances, but in the awareness of your own power to shape your life. When you change your inner world, the outer world must follow suit. You are not a victim of fate, nor are you bound by the limitations of your past. You are the creator of your destiny, and as you step into the truth of who you are, your life will unfold in alignment with your highest vision. The law of creation is always at work, responding to the vibrations you send out, so begin today to align with your desires, to see them as already fulfilled, and to trust in the unseen forces that are guiding you toward your dream. Remember, this truth is not for everyone. Only those who are ready to awaken will truly understand. But for you, the path has already begun. You have heard the call, and you are now stepping into the fullness of your power. Embrace it, trust it, and know that as you do, the world will transform before your eyes. The life you've always desired is already on its way to you. All you need to do is step into it and claim it as your own. The journey has just begun, and the possibilities are endless. When you find yourself in a place of worry, in a space where the weight of uncertainty feels unbearable, remember that worry is but an illusion. It is a belief in something outside of you, something external, that you think can threaten your peace or your success. But I tell you this, you are the creator of your reality. You are not bound by the limitations of the world around you. The power to change your circumstances lies within you, and it lies in your ability to believe. When you truly understand that the universe is constantly responding to your thoughts, your words, and your beliefs, you begin to see that what you fear and what you worry about are mere reflections of your inner state. You are the architect of your experiences. Your imagination is the blueprint. Whatever you choose to envision with feeling, with certainty, that is what will come to pass. The key is trust that the solution is already there. It is already formed. You do not need to see it in front of you for it to exist. It is already unfolding in the unseen world, ready to manifest. Your job is to believe that it is done. Let go of the worry that clouds your mind, for it serves only to create more of what you do not desire. Instead, shift your focus, shift your belief, and know with every fiber of your being that the answer is already in motion. When you learn to surrender your need to control every detail, to fix everything with your limited understanding, you open the door to the divine intelligence within you, the intelligence that knows no boundaries and sees no impossibility. This intelligence works in perfect harmony, and when you trust it, you allow it to lead you to your desired outcome. Each moment is an opportunity to realign yourself with what you wish to create. Every thought, every feeling is an invitation to choose peace over worry, faith over fear. By aligning with the feeling of already having what you desire, you are making space for it to come to you effortlessly. Do not look for signs of the solution in the physical world. The world of form will always lag behind the world of thought. What is created within your mind first will soon be revealed in the world around you. This is the law of creation. What you believe, you will see. And what you do not believe, you will not perceive. The more you worry, the more you call into existence the very things you fear. But the more you trust, the more you allow the universe to work on your behalf, without resistance, without doubt. In this moment, choose to stop looking for external evidence of your problems. Instead, look within. Know that the universe is responding to your inner state of being. If you believe that God, or the divine intelligence that created you, has already solved the situation for you, then it is done. You must remember, you are not separate from the source that brought you into being. You are an extension of that infinite power, and as such you are not helpless. You are not abandoned. You are not left to fight your battles alone. The divine is with you, guiding you every step of the way. All you need to do is trust, release the worry, and believe in the unseen forces working on your behalf. As you align your thoughts with the certainty of your desired outcome, you will begin to see it unfold before you. The universe will respond to your inner knowing, and what seemed impossible will now be possible. Do not let doubt or fear stand in your way. Your trust in the unseen is the key that unlocks the door to your desires. Let go of the worry, for it is unnecessary. God, the divine intelligence, has already solved it for you, and all that remains is for you to allow it to come to you. Trust in this divine process. Trust that it is already done, and watch as your world shifts in perfect alignment with your belief. As you sit in silence, you might begin to notice the inner chatter, the worries that appear uninvited, that fill your mind with doubts and uncertainties. It may seem like you're trapped in a cycle of anxiety, where the more you think about a problem, the more it grows. But let me remind you that this is the nature of the mind. It amplifies what you give it attention. The key then is to shift your attention, to guide your focus back to the one thing that holds the power to transform any situation: your belief. You are a conscious creator. This isn't just a philosophical statement or a motivational slogan, it is a fundamental truth. The reality you experience is shaped by your inner world, your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. If you can change the way you perceive a situation, you can change the experience of it. The moment you decide to believe that God, the source or the infinite intelligence that surrounds and permeates everything, has already resolved your issue, you enter into the flow of creation. This is not a matter of forcing things to happen or struggling to make them come into being. This is the power of allowing. Allowing yourself to believe that the divine has already taken care of everything for you. You are not a passive bystander in your own life, waiting for some external force to intervene. You are an active participant, and your faith, your trust, your belief in the unseen workings of the universe is what will manifest the solution. We live in a world where we are conditioned to seek immediate results, to look for signs, to measure progress with our senses. But the truth is, the most important changes occur in the unseen, in the realm of thought, imagination, and faith. When you feel anxiety or worry arise, it is simply a sign that you have momentarily forgotten this truth. You have momentarily chosen to focus on what you lack, rather than what you have. You have chosen to give power to the problem, rather than the solution. The solution is already within you. It is not something that is coming from outside of you. It is not something that requires effort or struggle. It requires faith. It requires a willingness to trust in what you cannot yet see. For what is unseen is just as real, just as powerful as what is visible. Your desires, your dreams, your solutions, they are already formed in the invisible world, and it is only a matter of time before they become visible to your physical senses. Think of the seed planted in the ground. You cannot see the roots growing, nor can you see the sprout pushing its way through the soil. But it is happening. It is happening because the seed has the potential within it to grow, and the earth has the ability to nurture it. Similarly, your desires are like seeds, and the universe, the divine intelligence, is the earth that nurtures them. You do not need to watch and worry over the seed. You need only to trust in the process and know that in time it will sprout, it will grow, and it will bear fruit. Worry is a form of resistance. It is your mind's attempt to control the outcome, to grasp at solutions that have not yet come into form. But the more you try to force something, the more you push it away. This is the paradox of creation. You cannot manifest from a place of tension, from a place of resistance. The energy of worry only creates more of what you do not want. It clouds your mind and fills your heart with doubt. But when you release the need to control, when you step into trust, the universe flows to you effortlessly, as it was always meant to. It's important to remember that you are not alone in this process. You are never abandoned, never left to struggle in isolation. There is an intelligence greater than your own mind at work in the universe, a power that sees the beginning and the end of all things. This power is working on your behalf, behind the scenes, aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities to bring about the perfect solution for you. Your role is not to make it happen, but to trust that it already has. Your role is to believe that the solution is already in place, even before you can see it. As you begin to shift your focus from worry to trust, you may notice a sense of peace begin to settle in. This peace is the result of releasing control and surrendering to the divine intelligence that is always at work. When you feel at peace, you are in alignment with the flow of abundance and solutions. It is like stepping into a river and letting the current carry you, knowing that it will take you to where you need to go. The more you resist the current, the harder it becomes to move. But when you relax, when you trust, the journey becomes effortless. Your thoughts, your imagination are not mere fantasies, they are powerful tools of creation. The thoughts you hold in your mind are not idle, they are setting in motion the forces that will shape your reality. So when you find yourself slipping into worry, remind yourself that what you focus on, you create. Shift your focus to the belief that everything is already resolved. Imagine the situation working out perfectly, as if it has already happened. Feel the relief, the gratitude, the joy of the solution already in place. In doing so, you are aligning your inner state with the divine order of the universe, and this alignment will manifest in your physical world. You see, the problem you face is not a reflection of some failure or inadequacy on your part. It is simply an opportunity for you to exercise your faith, to believe that all things work together for good. It is an opportunity to trust in the process, to trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even when you cannot see it. And the more you trust, the more you release the need for control, the more you allow the divine to work through you, the quicker the solution will appear. At times, the solution may come in ways that you do not expect, in forms that you did not anticipate. But this is the beauty of the process. When you trust in the unseen, you open yourself to receive in ways that your limited mind cannot conceive. The divine intelligence knows what is best for you, and it is always working on your behalf, guiding you, leading you to the path that will bring about your highest good. Your job is simply to trust and believe that it is already done. So when worry tries to creep in, when doubt begins to take hold, remind yourself of this truth: everything is already resolved. The answer is already in motion. Your part is to trust and believe. Let go of the need to know how it will happen, when it will happen, or what form it will take. Just know that it is already done. The universe is responding to your belief, and in time the solution will be made manifest. In the stillness of your mind, in the peace of your heart, you will feel the truth of this. You will feel the knowing that all is well, that the divine is always with you, guiding you and working to bring about the perfect resolution. Trust in this knowing, for it is the foundation upon which all manifestation is built. Remember that you are never alone, and you are always supported. The divine intelligence that governs the universe is always with you, always guiding you, always responding to your thoughts and beliefs. Your role is not to worry, not to doubt, but to trust. Trust that the solution is already here. Trust that it will unfold in perfect timing. Trust that God, the divine, sees your struggle and has already resolved it for you. Let go of the worry, release the fear, and allow yourself to walk in the certainty that everything is already taken care of. Trust in the divine process. Trust in yourself, and trust that the answers you seek are already on their way. When you think about the challenges you face, remember that every challenge is not a problem to be solved through worry, but an opportunity to strengthen your faith. You must understand that challenges are not indicators of something wrong or out of place. Instead, they are part of the divine order of life, pushing you towards a deeper realization of your own power, your own potential, and your connection to the infinite intelligence that governs all things. In every moment of uncertainty, in every moment of worry, you are presented with a choice to trust or to fear. Fear comes when you allow yourself to look only at the external world, where things appear out of your control. But trust comes when you look within, remembering that the universe, or whatever force you believe in, is always working on your behalf. You do not need to understand every detail of the process. You need only to trust that it is already done. Trust is the foundation upon which all manifestation is built, and when you trust, you allow the forces of the universe to work on your behalf without interference. The beauty of life lies in the unknown. It is in the unknown where your desires take shape, where solutions form, and where the divine begins to weave together the perfect circumstances to bring you what you need. This is a process that happens beyond your awareness, in the realm of the unseen. The moment you let go of trying to control everything, the universe steps in and begins to arrange things in ways you could not have predicted. Think of the way nature works. A seed is planted, and over time the seed grows. It does not worry about whether or not it will break through the soil. It simply grows, trusting that the conditions will be right for it to flourish. The seed does not try to force itself to sprout, it simply knows, on a deep level, that it is destined to do so. You, too, are like that seed. The desires within you, the things you wish to create and manifest, are already planted in your heart. They are already forming in the unseen, and all that is required of you is trust. Trust that the divine intelligence knows when and how to bring them into your life. Your life is not a series of random events, nor is it a series of challenges that you must endure alone. No, your life is a carefully orchestrated dance between you and the universe, a dance in which your thoughts and feelings are the lead. When you think thoughts of peace, of trust, of gratitude, you invite more of these experiences into your life. And when you think thoughts of worry and fear, you create the very things you do not want. The power is always in your hands. If you can simply shift your perception and embrace the understanding that everything is already resolved, that the universe is already working to bring about your highest good, you will feel a sense of relief wash over you. This relief comes because you are no longer resisting the flow of life. You are no longer trying to figure out how things will work out. Instead, you are allowing the universe to take care of the details, while you focus on trusting and believing that everything is coming together in perfect harmony. The moment you let go of worry is the moment you align yourself with the divine plan. Worry is a form of resistance to the natural flow of life. It is an unwillingness to trust that everything is working out for your good. But when you choose to trust, you choose to release that resistance. And in doing so, you open yourself up to receive the solutions, the blessings, the guidance that are already on their way to you. When you trust, you surrender to the knowing that the solution is already in place and that everything is unfolding in perfect divine timing. There is an immense power in your ability to surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means giving in to the flow of life. It means allowing the forces of the universe to work in perfect harmony with you, rather than against you. When you surrender, you no longer have to worry about the how or the when. You no longer have to stress over what will happen next. You simply trust that everything is moving toward your highest good. One of the most important things to remember when you are faced with a difficult situation is that you are not alone. You are never abandoned, never left to struggle on your own. There is a higher intelligence, the divine presence, that is always with you, guiding you every step of the way. It sees your pain, it knows your desires, and it is always working to bring you what you need. The more you trust in this intelligence, the more it can work through you to bring about the changes you desire. You must learn to pay attention to these subtle signals. These are the signs that God is working on your behalf. These are the moments when the universe is gently guiding you in the right direction. Trusting these signals is an important part of the process. The more you trust them, the more you will experience a deeper connection to the divine and a greater sense of alignment with your desires. It is easy to get caught up in the chaos of the world, to let the noise and confusion of everyday life drown out the still, quiet voice of divine guidance. But when you take the time to quiet your mind, to listen to the whispers of your heart, you will find that the answers you seek are already within you. You do not need to look outside of yourself for the solution. The solution is within you, and it is always available to you. You need only to trust that it is there and that it will come to you in the right time. This trust is not blind faith. It is the certainty that comes from knowing that you are an integral part of the divine plan. You are not separate from the source, you are one with it. And because you are one with it, everything that belongs to you will come to you in perfect time. This is a law of the universe, a law that cannot be broken. Everything that you need, everything that you desire, is already on its way to you. Your job is simply to trust and to allow. As you continue to walk this path of trust, you will begin to notice that the more you believe, the more the universe will respond to you. Opportunities will open up in unexpected ways. People will appear to help you along the way. Solutions will present themselves when you least expect them. And all of this will happen because you have chosen to trust. You have chosen to believe that the solution is already in motion. You must understand that your worry, your fear, only serves to slow down the manifestation process. It is like trying to walk forward while looking backward. The more you focus on the past, on past failures, on past mistakes, the more you hold yourself back. But when you focus on the present moment, on the belief that everything is already resolved, you align yourself with the flow of the universe, and everything begins to fall into place. There is no need to force the outcome. There is no need to chase after your desires. Your desires are already yours, and all you have to do is allow them to unfold. As you trust, as you believe, you will find that everything you need is already within your reach. It is simply waiting for you to recognize it, waiting for you to believe in its presence. The universe is always responding to your thoughts and beliefs. When you worry, you are sending out a signal of lack. But when you trust, you are sending out a signal of abundance. The universe cannot help but respond to the energy you are putting out into the world. Therefore, it is essential that you focus on trust, on faith, on knowing that everything is already taken care of. The moment you do this, you will begin to notice a shift in your reality, a shift that reflects the trust you have placed in the divine. Trust is the key to unlocking everything you desire. When you trust, you release the need to control. And when you release the need to control, the universe can work through you in ways that you could not have imagined. The solution to your problem is already in motion. You need only to trust that it is already done. Let go of the worry and allow the divine to do the work for you. Trusting in the divine plan means accepting that things may not always unfold in the way you expect. Sometimes the path may appear unclear, or the solution may seem to come from an unexpected direction. But this is where faith comes into play. Faith is the unwavering belief that what is meant for you is already on its way, regardless of the circumstances that surround you at the moment. You must accept that the universe knows far more than you can comprehend. The challenges you are facing today are often part of a bigger, grander plan that you may not yet see. What you perceive as obstacles are actually stepping stones that lead you toward a higher purpose. When you stop worrying and start trusting, you release the need to control the how and the when. The universe operates on divine timing, and its wisdom far exceeds our understanding. We often try to rush things because we think we know what is best for us, but by doing so we may block the very things that are already being set in motion. Trusting the timing of the universe means letting go of impatience and being patient in knowing that what is meant for you will come at the right time. The beauty of life is in its unfolding, and everything that has been planted within you will come to fruition in its perfect moment. In moments of doubt, remember that nothing is truly lost, and nothing is ever outside the realm of possibility. Life in its essence is a constant state of change. Every moment is an opportunity for transformation. There are no permanent failures, there are only lessons and opportunities to grow. When you trust in this process, you realize that the difficult situations you find yourself in are merely temporary, and they are serving to push you to evolve into a better version of yourself. You may not always understand the reason for your struggles, but with faith, you can trust that they are preparing you for something greater. When you learn to embrace the idea that challenges are not burdens, but invitations to grow, you begin to see the world through a completely different lens. There is an inherent peace that comes from knowing that you do not need to figure everything out. The weight of the world does not rest on your shoulders. You are co-creating your life with a power much greater than yourself. The universe is constantly supporting you, guiding you, and moving things around you to align with your highest good. The more you trust in this, the more you begin to see evidence of this in your life. You will notice synchronicities, signs, and moments of divine intervention that seem to happen at just the right time. This is not coincidence. This is the result of your trust in the universe's ability to work for you. The mind, when left unchecked, tends to focus on the negative. It seeks to anticipate the worst possible outcome and feeds into feelings of fear and worry. This is why it's important to actively practice trust. You must train your mind to think in alignment with your desires, not your fears. When you focus on trust, you shift your energy from one of lack to one of abundance. You begin to recognize that the universe is not withholding anything from you. Instead, it is always providing exactly what you need in the moment. Everything that you want is already available to you. It is merely a matter of trusting in its arrival and remaining open to receiving it. There is a profound strength that comes from knowing you are never alone in your struggles. You are connected to something greater than yourself. The universe, or God, or whatever term you prefer, is with you in every moment. Every decision you make, every desire you hold, every challenge you face is guided by a force that is working for your benefit. When you trust in this connection, you understand that you are always supported. You are never without resources, even when it feels like you are. Your mind may tell you that you are in lack, but the truth is that everything you need is already within your reach. Your job is simply to trust that it will be revealed to you at the perfect time. Trust is not passive. It is an active practice that requires you to continuously choose to believe that everything will work out for you. It requires you to take inspired action, even when you are unsure of the next step. You do not need to know how things will unfold, but you do need to be open to the opportunities that will present themselves along the way. Trusting the process means following the signs, trusting your intuition, and taking the next step even when the entire path is not yet clear. The more you do this, the more you will see the way forward illuminated, and the more you will recognize the guidance that is constantly available to you. You must also understand that the process of trust requires a deep level of surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up, but rather letting go of the need to control the outcome. It is about releasing the grip that fear has on your mind and allowing life to unfold as it is meant to. When you hold on too tightly to the idea of how things should be, you prevent the universe from working its magic. The moment you let go and allow yourself to flow with life, you will begin to see things move with ease and grace. Surrendering is about trusting that the universe knows what you need better than you do, and it will provide it to you at the perfect moment. Trusting that God will solve your problems means surrendering your fear and embracing peace. It means stepping out of the cycle of worry and allowing yourself to rest in the assurance that all is well. You do not need to understand everything, nor do you need to predict the future. The universe, or the divine, already knows how to bring you everything you desire. You only need to hold the belief that it is already done and trust in the process. You might be wondering, what if it doesn't work out the way I think it should? The answer is simple: it doesn't need to. The way things unfold may be different than what you expected, but that does not mean it is any less perfect. The divine plan always knows what is best for you, and sometimes that means the solution is even better than what you originally envisioned. When you trust that the universe has your best interests at heart, you can release the need for specific outcomes and be open to receiving blessings in whatever form they may take. By trusting in the divine process, you also learn to trust yourself. You are a part of the divine intelligence, and you are capable of manifesting your desires. Trusting yourself means knowing that you have the strength, wisdom, and guidance within you to navigate any situation. It is about recognizing that the answers you seek are already within you, and by aligning your thoughts and actions with the truth of your inner power, you will naturally attract the circumstances, people, and resources that are aligned with your desires. In every moment, you are faced with a choice to worry or to trust. To worry is to believe that you are separate from the divine and that you must figure everything out on your own. But to trust is to believe that you are one with the divine, that you are supported by the universe, and that everything you need is already in motion. The more you practice trust, the more you will experience peace, clarity, and guidance. The more you trust, the more you will see that everything is always working out for your highest good. Let go of your worries, for they serve no purpose. Instead, choose to trust. Trust that God is working for you, that the universe is supporting you, and that everything you need is on its way. Trust that the challenges you face are only temporary, and that they are leading you to something greater. Trust that the solutions are already within you, and that they will reveal themselves when the time is right. When you trust, you open yourself to the abundant flow of the universe, and you allow life to unfold with grace and ease. In moments of uncertainty, remember that you are never alone. It is important to remind yourself that you are a co-creator with the universe, and the universe is always working on your behalf. When you take the time to pause and reflect, you can feel this deep connection, this sense of knowing that you are part of something much larger than yourself. Trusting in this connection means understanding that every step you take is supported by an invisible force that works to guide you toward your highest good. You are not here by accident, you are here on purpose. Everything in your life has a reason, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Sometimes when things don't go as planned, we begin to question our path, our decisions, or our worth. The mind can become overwhelmed with doubts and fears, but you must take a step back and remind yourself that your path is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. You don't need to control every outcome. You don't need to have every detail figured out in advance. The divine knows exactly what you need, and it will bring those things to you at the right moment. The more you trust, the more you open yourself to receiving what you have been waiting for. It's essential to accept that the universe, or God, works in ways that often defy human understanding. The plans that are set in motion for you may not always align with your initial expectations. There may be moments when you feel lost or confused, but that is part of the process. Trust is not about having a perfect understanding of every single step. It's about knowing that you are guided and protected. It is about releasing the need to control every outcome and allowing life to unfold in the way it is meant to. This surrender is where true peace is found. Trusting God to solve your problems requires a mindset shift. We often look at our challenges as problems to be fixed. But what if we started seeing them as opportunities for growth? Each challenge is a doorway, a path to something greater. The more you trust that every difficulty is leading you to a better place, the more you'll find yourself stepping forward with confidence, knowing that the universe is supporting you every step of the way. The pain or discomfort you feel now is temporary, and it will lead you to a new level of understanding and fulfillment. Imagine what your life could look like if you stopped worrying and embraced this trust wholeheartedly. Imagine waking up every day knowing that everything you need is already in motion. You would be able to approach your day with peace, clarity, and excitement rather than anxiety. You would not be afraid of setbacks because you would understand that they are simply a part of the process. You would see every challenge as a stepping stone, leading you toward greater wisdom and strength. This is what happens when you fully trust the process. Life becomes more effortless, more joyful, and more aligned with your true purpose. In the world we live in today, it's easy to become caught up in the rush and noise. We are bombarded with messages telling us to go faster, do more, and achieve more. This external pressure can sometimes cause us to lose sight of what really matters. It can lead to worry and stress, causing us to question if we are doing enough, if we are enough. But the truth is, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to have everything figured out. All you need to do is trust. Trust that you are already on the right path. Trust that the universe is aligning everything you need. Trust that you are enough, exactly as you are. Every time you choose to trust, you make space for miracles to happen. The more you trust, the more you will see the hand of the divine guiding you. You will begin to notice the signs, the synchronicities, and the moments when things fall into place effortlessly. These are not coincidences, they are the universe's way of showing you that you are on the right path. The more you trust, the more you will see how everything is interconnected. You will realize that there is no such thing as luck or chance. Everything is part of a divine design. There will be moments when fear creeps in, when doubt arises, when the mind tries to convince you that things are not going to work out. But in those moments you have the power to choose. You can choose to let the fear consume you, or you can choose to trust. When you choose trust, you step into a place of power. You are no longer at the mercy of your thoughts or the circumstances around you. You are in control. because you know that everything is already working in your favor. The more you practice trust, the easier it becomes. It is a muscle that you strengthen with each day, each moment that you choose to let go of worry. Trust becomes a natural part of your being. It becomes the lens through which you view the world. You begin to see everything as a sign, everything as an opportunity, and you begin to approach life with a sense of wonder and curiosity rather than fear and doubt. Your worries do not change the outcome. They do not speed up the process or make things happen faster. Worry only keeps you stuck, trapped in a cycle of uncertainty. But trust, on the other hand, opens you up to infinite possibilities. It allows the universe to work on your behalf and brings you closer to the life you have always desired. When you choose trust, you are choosing peace. You are choosing to release the burden of controlling everything and allowing the divine to take over. And in doing so, you are setting yourself free. Each day is an opportunity to practice trust. It doesn't matter how difficult things may seem or how long the road may appear. Trust is not about waiting for everything to be perfect. It's about choosing to believe that everything is already in motion. Trust is about knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, and that everything is unfolding perfectly. It's about letting go of the need to have every answer and embracing the belief that the answers will come when the time is right. As you continue on this journey of trust, you will notice that things begin to change. Your perspective shifts and your reality starts to reflect your inner beliefs. The more you trust, the more you align yourself with the flow of the universe. You become a magnet for the things you desire, and the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable begin to melt away. Trust opens the door to endless possibilities. And when you walk through that door, you will discover a life that is full of joy, peace, and abundance, because you chose to trust. So, in this moment, release your worries. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the fear that things won't work out. Trust that they will. Trust that the universe has a plan for you, and that everything you desire is already on its way. You don't need to know how it will come or when it will come. All you need to do is trust that it will. And when you do, you will find that life has a way of bringing you exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. When you stop worrying, you create space for the miraculous to occur. Worrying is a form of resistance. It is holding tightly to a belief that things cannot work out or that you are not worthy of the good that you desire. But when you release that resistance and allow yourself to trust, you align with the flow of the universe. You are in harmony with your desires, and the energy you send out returns to you multiplied. Trust is the key that unlocks the door to your manifestations. Trust is what allows you to step into your power and embrace your worthiness without hesitation. The journey of trusting in God, the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, is not about blind faith without any action. It is about aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your belief that everything is already working in your favor. Trust is not passive, it is active. It is about fully participating in the creation of your reality. It is about taking inspired action when you are led to do so, knowing that the universe is guiding you every step of the way. Trusting that the steps you take are exactly the ones that will lead you to where you need to be. When you find yourself in moments of doubt, when your mind wants to revert back to worry and fear, take a deep breath and pause. Take a moment to reconnect with your inner knowing. Remember that you are not alone in this journey. You are always supported. The universe works in mysterious ways, but it is always working for your highest good. Every challenge, every obstacle, every setback is not a punishment, but a lesson that is preparing you for the next level of your growth. You are being molded, shaped, and refined by the experiences that you go through. Trust that these experiences are necessary for your expansion, and trust that everything is working together for your benefit. When you surrender your worries and trust that things are happening as they should, you let go of the need to force or control the outcomes. The desire for control often stems from a place of fear, but fear is not your true nature. Love is, and when you operate from a place of love, you are able to release control and trust the process. You allow your dreams to unfold in their own time, trusting that they will come to fruition when the time is right. You stop forcing, stop pushing, and allow the energy of the universe to take care of the how and when. Remember, you are a powerful being. You are not a passive participant in the events of your life. You are the creator of your own reality. The moment you trust that everything is already being taken care of, you begin to see the world differently. You begin to notice the signs, the synchronicities, and the moments of alignment that confirm you are on the right path. Trusting allows you to recognize that there is a divine order to everything, even when things seem chaotic or uncertain. The power of trust is that it opens you to receive in ways that you never expected. Trust creates room for abundance to flow into your life in unexpected and miraculous ways. When you stop trying to control every aspect of your life, you allow the universe to surprise you, to show up in ways that you could never have anticipated. This is the beauty of trust. When you let go of worry, you release the barriers that prevent you from receiving your blessings. You create space for miracles to enter your life. You may have been taught that you need to work hard for everything you want, that you need to strive and struggle to get ahead. But the truth is that struggle is a product of fear. When you trust, you stop struggling. You stop chasing after things, and you begin to attract them effortlessly. The energy of the universe works on your behalf when you align yourself with trust. You begin to see how everything you need is already in motion, even when you cannot see it with your physical eyes. Trust means having faith that the unseen is just as real as the seen, and that your desires are already on their way to you, even if they haven't manifested yet. There is power in being still and knowing that everything is going to work out. There is power in releasing the urge to constantly strive, to constantly check and double check. Trusting means having the courage to let go and know that what is meant for you will find its way to you. The more you practice this trust, the more natural it becomes. You start to recognize the signs, the signals, and the intuitive nudges that guide you. You start to see how things align in perfect timing, even when it seems like everything is falling apart. It's not falling apart, it's falling into place. The road to trust is not always easy, especially when fear and doubt are loud voices in your mind. It takes courage to trust when the evidence around you suggests otherwise. But that is the moment when your trust is truly tested and strengthened. When you choose to trust despite the circumstances, you are choosing to honor your higher self, to align with the wisdom of the universe. Trust is not about waiting for things to look perfect. It is about knowing that everything is working out, even when you can't see the full picture. When you worry, you are closing off the very energy that can bring about your desires. Worry keeps you stuck in the past or focused on a potential future that hasn't even happened yet. Trust, on the other hand, anchors you in the present moment. It allows you to stand firm in the belief that everything you need is already being provided for you. Trust opens the door for you to move forward with confidence, knowing that every step you take is divinely guided. Every time you release worry and choose to trust, you are actively co-creating your life. You are stepping into your power and allowing the universe to work its magic on your behalf. You are creating space for miracles to unfold. And as you do this, you will begin to see how things start to shift. Opportunities will appear where there once were obstacles. The people you need will show up when you least expect them. The resources you require will come to you at the perfect moment. And all of this will happen because you made the choice to trust, to surrender, and to believe that everything is going to be okay. So whenever doubt creeps in, whenever the worry starts to consume you, remember you don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to solve every problem. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. Trust that God, the universe, or the divine forces at work in your life are already working to bring you everything you desire. Your job is to trust, to surrender, and to allow. When you do this, you will find that life becomes easier, lighter, and more joyful. You will realize that the solutions to your problems are already in motion, and you simply need to allow them to unfold in their perfect time. Trust that everything will be solved, and know that you are always supported. When you live in a state of trust, you begin to notice how things align with your desires. The universe has a way of bringing you what you need when you let go of the fear and resistance that often accompany worry. This state of trust doesn't mean that challenges won't arise, in fact they will. But it means that you approach those challenges from a place of peace, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for transformation. You see, the essence of trust lies in knowing that all experiences, both the good and the difficult, are ultimately for your benefit. They are shaping you, molding you, and refining you into the person you are meant to become. When you embrace this truth, you can face life's challenges with a sense of calm, knowing that they are not obstacles to your progress, but stepping stones to your ultimate success. The key is to trust in the process. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should, and trust that the divine has your back. Trust also means letting go of the need to control how things unfold. Often we become attached to specific outcomes or timelines. We want things to happen in a certain way, and when they don't, we worry. But when you release the need to control, you open the door to infinite possibilities. The universe is not bound by the limitations of your mind. It has the ability to bring you what you desire in ways that are far beyond your imagination. Trusting means surrendering the how and the when, and allowing life to unfold in the most beautiful and miraculous way possible. This surrender doesn't mean that you sit idly by and wait for things to happen. Trust is not passive. It is an active state of being. It is knowing that you are aligned with your highest good and that everything you do is a reflection of that trust. When you trust, you take inspired action. You do not force or push, but you move forward with confidence and faith, knowing that you are being guided toward the right opportunities, the right people, and the right situations. Trusting means that you listen to your intuition, that you follow the nudges that come from within, and that you move forward with a sense of purpose, even if you don't know exactly where the path will lead. The act of trusting also frees you from the burden of stress and anxiety. Worry is a heavy weight to carry, and it is often a sign that you are trying to solve problems that are not meant to be solved yet. Trust allows you to release that weight, to take a step back, and to see things from a broader perspective. When you trust, you no longer feel the need to figure everything out on your own. You trust that help will arrive when you need it. You trust that the resources, the opportunities, and the support you require will come to you at the perfect time. Trusting also means trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, your decisions, and your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Often we doubt ourselves and second-guess our choices, but trust is about embracing your inner wisdom and knowing that you are capable of navigating whatever challenges arise. You are more powerful than you realize, and when you trust in yourself, you tap into that power. You stop seeking approval or validation from others because you know that you are guided from within. It's important to remember that trust is not something that happens overnight. It is a practice, a way of being. The more you practice trust, the easier it becomes. Start by trusting in small things. Trust that the sun will rise tomorrow. Trust that you will find the answers you need. Trust that the universe is working in your favor. As you build your trust muscle, you will begin to see how it positively impacts all areas of your life. Relationships, finances, health, everything begins to flow more easily when you live in trust. Trust also involves having a deep sense of gratitude for where you are in life right now. When you trust, you can look at your current circumstances and appreciate the journey that has brought you to this point. You understand that every experience, every success, every failure, every twist and turn has been an essential part of your growth. Gratitude deepens your trust because it shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from fear to love. When you are grateful for what you have and trust that more is on its way, you are creating a vibration that attracts even more blessings into your life. As you begin to trust more deeply, you will notice that your life begins to reflect this shift. The worries that once consumed you will no longer have power over you. You will approach each day with a sense of calm and confidence, knowing that you are supported, that you are loved, and that everything is working out for you. The struggles will still come, but they will no longer feel overwhelming. Instead, you will see them as opportunities to grow, to expand, and to deepen your trust even further. When you truly trust, you allow yourself to receive. Many of us are so accustomed to giving, to doing, to solving problems that we forget how to receive. But receiving is just as important as giving. Trusting allows you to open your heart and your mind to the abundance that is already on its way to you. It allows you to accept the gifts and blessings that life has to offer, knowing that you deserve them. You are worthy of all the goodness that the universe has in store for you. You are not alone in this journey. The universe is constantly working on your behalf. There is a greater intelligence guiding you, supporting you, and loving you every step of the way. All you need to do is trust that it knows the way. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly, even if it doesn't look the way you thought it would. Trust that every step you take is leading you to where you need to be. And above all, trust that you are always supported, always loved, and always guided. As you continue to practice trust, you will find that worry no longer has a place in your life. It will lose its grip on you, and you will find peace in knowing that everything is already working out. You are not just a passive observer in this process, you are an active participant. The power of trust lies within you, and as you tap into that power, you will begin to see how everything in your life begins to transform. Trust is the key to unlocking the miracles that await you. Trust that everything you desire is already on its way, and know that the best is yet to come. Trust is the foundation upon which a life of peace, abundance, and fulfillment is built. When you let go of worry and choose to trust in the divine flow of life, you open yourself to endless possibilities. By surrendering control and embracing the unknown, you align with a higher power that guides you toward your highest good. Trusting allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that everything is working in your favor, even in the face of challenges. It frees you from the burden of fear and stress, and it empowers you to step into the fullness of your potential. As you practice trust, you create a ripple effect in your life that transforms your relationships, your work, and your personal growth. You become a magnet for blessings, opportunities, and solutions, all because you trust that what you need will always be provided. Remember that the divine is always at work behind the scenes, orchestrating events and bringing people and circumstances into your life for your benefit. So the next time worry begins to creep in, remind yourself that you do not need to solve everything on your own. Trust that it will all unfold perfectly, at the right time, in the right way. You are never alone, and with trust in your heart, you will find peace in every moment and joy in the journey ahead. Keep trusting and watch as the universe delivers everything you have asked for and more.